Jeff Kinney's Diary of a Wimpy Kid shows the terrifying transition of the safety from the primary school into the terrifying world of high school. Greg Heffley, owner and supposed composer of said diary, is an official high school kid, but he's not getting along with the crowd, particularly his schoolmates. His voice was never heard. Greg knows that the next year is just as tough as his punkish brother says it will be. Greg's life is full of all important things that portrays his early teen years. His journal is a detailed account of the events that shows his wimpiness. There is no real overarching plot. Essentially, it's an episodic account of amusing anecdotes all relating to navigating the waters of Twindom, and with the fun line drawings and simple prose, it's a wonderful mix of the absurd and the familiar. Part of the book's charm lies in the fact that it's written so bluntly and with an utter lack of reflection. Greg's concerns mostly relate to himself, and he rarely takes any time to think about the effect that his actions have on others. And even though Greg is merrily bulldozing through life, wreaking havoc wherever he goes, he's largely a likable dork. In contrast, the film version of Diary of a Wimpy Kid lacks this innocence. And though it's a fun and friendly enough film, it doesn't have the cheery, light-hearted nature of the novel. The Greg of the film is hyper-aware of his actions and their consequences, so rather than the light-hearted mischief of the book, his on-screen antics instead seem to have a mean and self-serving edge. As such, he's a far less likable character, and one feels much more aligned with his bumbling friend Rolly than with Greg himself. The film's plot is also far more structured than the books, and although many of the zany situations found in the book are also in the film, indeed, much of the dialogue is verbatim. They're tied into this narrative structure, which involves Greg attempting to climb to the top of the school social ladder. Though this element is present in the book, it's only a very minor one, and while forefronting it in the film makes for a neater plot structure, it also markedly changed Greg's character, and where in the book, the final scene is very understated. In the film, it's about as saccharine as can be.